to talk about Kali Linux and Parrot OS. The reason that I'm talking about these, especially since I am still relatively a newcomer to the world of Linux itself, is because I joined a group on Facebook that focuses its discussion and everything to the beginner, to the newcomer to Linux, which that's me. I'm not trying to cram, when it comes to learning Linux. But I'm going along and learning as I can. But I'm also at my age, I'm 48, and I am I'm doing the college thing for the very first time in my life. I just gone through my first year, um, working my way into getting my associate's degree in computer science, and my focus is on cybersecurity. So, of course, uh, I think like two of my courses have been pointing out the various tools that are used by people who are in the cybersecurity um, workforce. This being one of them. This is a Linux distribution called Kali. Now, before I really start in talking about Kali and what makes it unique from other versions of Linux, I want to say this to my fellow newbies. If anybody answers, oh yeah, Kali Linux, when you ask the question of, I want to try Linux, which version should I, download and start, working with? No, you do not. Kali Linux and Parrot OS are not for beginners, okay? I'm a beginner, and the only reason I have this in a virtual machine is because it's part of my coursework. It's required. I have to have this. And I am, going in and trying to figure out the tools because these are things I have to learn if I want to make, find my place in the realm of cybersecurity. But for God's sakes, if you're just coming into Linux, no, go to something like go to Ubuntu, go to Mint, Corora, MX16, Netrunner, Sparky, any of those distros. Do not go to Kali. Kali is not. It should not be your first Linux OS to go to, and I'll tell you why. Again, I mentioned that it's a penetration tester. What this means is that there are tools in this operating system, this one and Parrot OS, that are they're basically meant to test how secure a network is, from a remote location. There are other tools, of course, data retrieval, password retrieval, you name it, it's there. And on Parrot, there's even more tools. I will be bringing that up in a little bit, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. Unless you were going into cybersecurity field, this is not the distro for you. And I'm a newbie telling other newbies this. The biggest thing about this operating system, this particular distro, this one and Parrot, these distros are not meant to be a main OS. They're really not meant to work directly with uh, with the hardware. They are pretty much meant to be worked in a virtual environment or a live environment. You might throw it on one of these, or maybe you've got a CD-ROM with it on it. I don't know. Either way, they're meant to be portable. They're meant to be plugged in and used, you know, when you need it, when your job, you know, says this is what you have to do. So especially if you're a newbie. I mean, again, I'm a newbie, but as I said before, I have this because I'm learning to what cybersecurity is all about. Just dropping the applications menu here, that that I think would be enough to scare off most noobs. Because I mean, you're looking at all these different tools, and it's like, the hell is what is this do this? What is all this? I don't even. But that's kind of the point. A great many of these programs that are here, um, I mean, like I said, they have a specific purpose, but most average users, they're, they're never gonna need these tools. I know I keep repeating that part, but I want to make sure that I'm clear on that point. If you're not in cybersecurity, you do not need Kali or Parrot. Speaking of Parrot, I think I'm actually going to bring that up because while Kali, I mean, it's okay. I know a lot of people, cybersecurity penetration testers, whatever, they love to use Kali, and it does. I will say it has a nice selection of tools, but I just don't know. Maybe it's just me, my own preference. Um, Somebody pointed out to me Parrot OS, so ooh yes, let's check this out. So let us move along to Parrot OS. Now here we have Parrot OS, which is it's another pen tester distribution, and personally, I like it better than Kali. It has, I believe, it has considerably more tools. It seems to be a little more focused with the security minded. Like I said, it has, of course, tons of different tools to use, just really nice. I believe that both Kali and ParrotOS are Debian based, which is I think that's pretty good. You know, makes me happy to. And like I said, you have again a gazillion tools specifically for pen testers and people in cybersecurity. Um, it's really good. I mean, I absolutely love this. I don't know what everything does yet, but I am working on it. What I find interesting is check this out. There are two different menus. You got one at the top. You got your applications there, and then you got shit. Go away, Windows. Quit invading. Then you've got a one down here, which essentially, again, it mimics the applications at the top, and maybe that's okay. Maybe I can use that for that example. But if I can keep my mind on it, you Parrot's nice. You get four different little workspaces. You even got monitors up here. This was something I liked. Is you have a monitor for your processor, a monitor for your memory, and a monitor for your network. And yeah, I mean, having that right up there, I like that. That really was nice. You've got a quick launch for the terminal, and of course for Firefox. I'm not touching this one. No, I'm leaving this distro. I'm leaving this one in Kali exactly as is. I'm not tweaking it in any which way. But yeah, I really do look forward to working with learning more about the pen test distros. Once again, I cannot stress this enough. Even as a newbie, I cannot stress this enough. This is not a starter distro. These are specific distributions. If you're new, use something else because Kali and Parrot are not meant to be, you know, system operate. They're not meant to be the operating system for your computer. They are meant to be virtualized, run off of either VM or run off of a live CD or a live flash drive, but not right in your computer's environment. I suppose it's just because I see a lot of, I've seen several people, apparently newcomers, posting up, oh, can anybody tell me about Kali? I want to put it in my system, blah, 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 blah. And, I got lucky. I got heads up about that in my coursework. Even in the courses, it says very plainly, this is not meant to be, you know, the main operating system for any of your machines. Run it virtually. So, yeah, that's what I do. And what you should do too. So, I'm going to leave it there. I think I made my point. But, Linux can't, again, I've said it a million times. I'm going to keep saying it. It is challenging. This just sort of adds to the challenge because not only having to learn Linux, but to learn 10 gazillion different applications for, all these different functions that you would be doing as someone involved in cybersecurity and penetration testing. So, yeah, fun times. Though some of the apps, I will say this much: some of the apps, they're actually I like having them, especially since I'm one of these people that really does love to explore things. And one of the programs, I'm actually just gonna take a little time here, that I've really I ended up using it quite a bit in the last semester, the spring semester, was Wireshark. And oh, really? Okay. What Wireshark does is it basically it analyzes the traffic in your coming and going your computer, and okay, we'll just do it from this one. It will give you your information, your protocols, give you information about that you're broadcasting, your source, your destination. That's I just very briefly throw that up there. And I mean, it to me it's interesting because one of the things that Wireshark taught me is just the simple act of going online and going to a website is incredibly complex behind the scenes. Most people, I think most users don't think about it, and they don't want to think about it. Me, because of what I'm learning, you know, just find this so, I love this. This is really incredible, an incredible tool. And, no, shoot, go away, bugger off, save that. So, screw it, I'm leaving that one in there. So yeah, that's, more or less, that's kind of my opinion on, new, the noobs and, these, I guess you would call them mission-specific operating systems. Unless, again, I'm going to say it again, unless you are going into cybersecurity, stay away from Parrot and Kali, because you do not need them. So, with that, I'm going to end this video. Next video I'm going to work on is going to be about desktop environments. So, hope you stick around, watch that. As always, if you have any comments, go ahead, leave them below. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. because I will definitely welcome you. Uh, and that's really all I have right now. So until next time, I'm Nariko Murakami. See ya.